Your AI arms race has started. Let me say something a bit uncomfortable. And the reality most businesses haven't realised yet. There is more opportunity sitting in front of Australian businesses right now than I have seen in years. The opportunity is obvious. Faster response times, cleaner processes, better customer experiences, less admin, more output from the same team, and stronger profitability are all on the table. The real issue is not whether AI matters. The issue is that most businesses still don't know where to start. The majority of businesses fall into three categories when it comes to AI. The first are the ones who are still waiting. They can see what's possible, but they don't know where to start. They're talking, considering, planning, but the conversation often stalls at the same point. It feels too hard, too confusing, too risky, or too broad. So they say they'll look at it next quarter, next financial year. When things settle down, the second category is the ones who are trying, but not getting far. They know they have to start somewhere, so they're experimenting. But nothing is working as it should. Nothing sticks. All while they're wasting valuable time and money with no meaningful results. And then there's the third group, the small percentage of owners who are building successfully. They are building AI into sales, customer service, follow-up, qualification, quoting, reporting, admin, and support. These are the businesses that are not treating AI as a side project, but as a competitive advantage. They are building an AI native business that will beat the competition. Why businesses are still waiting or trying and not getting far. Most business owners are not ignoring AI because they are lazy or uninterested. They are ignoring it because the topic has become overwhelming. There are too many tools, too many opinions, too many vendors, and too much noise. The result is decision paralysis. Instead of asking, where can AI create the fastest commercial improvement in our business? Like many companies ask a much bigger and less useful question. What is our entire AI strategy? And that question sounds intelligent, but it often stops progress. The better question is simpler. Where are we currently slow, inconsistent, expensive, or dependent on people doing repetitive work manually? That is where AI should start. The early movers are building the advantage. The businesses embracing AI properly are not just using tools. They are changing the economics of how their business operates. They are responding to inquiries faster, following up more consistently, capturing after-hours opportunities, reducing repetitive admin, giving customers quicker answers and doing more with the same headcount. At first, that gap might not look dramatic. One business replies to an inquiry in 60 seconds instead of the next day. One business follows up every lead properly instead of relying on memory. One business captures website chat, missed calls, and email inquiries into a proper process. Individually, those changes can look small. Together, they compound. 6 months later, the early mover has a faster sales process, cleaner pipeline data, better customer experience, and stronger visibility across the business. 12 months later, it starts to look like they have a better team, better systems, and better margins. But the real difference is that they started earlier. Business is a competition, always was, always will be. I know arms race sounds dramatic, but it is the right mindset for business owners to adopt. Business is a competition. If your competitor can serve the same market faster, cheaper, and more consistently than you can, that matters. If they can respond instantly while your team replies tomorrow, that matters. If they can follow up every opportunity while your team gives up after 1 or 2 attempts, that matters. You don't get to opt out of this. Your customers are already choosing. Your market is already moving. The only question is whether you're moving with it, leading it, or quietly being left behind by it. AI does not need to replace your whole business to create an advantage. It only needs to make key parts of your process faster and more reliable than the competitor down the road. That is the risk of waiting. You don't lose all at once. You lose gradually. You lose the inquiry that came in after hours. You lose the lead that needed one more follow-up. You lose the customer who wanted a quick answer. Then over time, those individual losses become a pattern. The businesses that wait will eventually move. They will just move later under pressure when the gap is already visible. That is the most expensive time to start. Where to start? For many businesses, the best place to start with AI is not an abstract internal productivity project. It is in sales. Sales sits close to revenue and the problems are visible. Leads do not get handled fast enough. Follow-up is inconsistent. Calls get missed. Email responses depend on who is available. CRM data is incomplete. Team members spend too much time answering the same questions and not enough time on higher value conversations. That's why if you want a starting point that is genuinely high impact and low risk, the AI sales rep stack is where most businesses should begin. 3 components deployed in sequence. Web chat agent lives on your website 24/7, answers questions, qualifies buyers, captures leads, hands off cleanly to your team. The fastest win available right now typically live in 30 days, self-funding inside 90, and the foundation for everything else. Voice agent handles inbound calls when your team can't pick up, answers FAQs, qualifies, books appointments straight into your calendar, closes the after hours and overflow leakage that costs most businesses more revenue than they realize. Email agent manages inbound email inquiries, drafts and sends follow-ups, runs the full 8-step nurture sequence that humans almost never sustain. The compounding effect on conversion rate is enormous. Together they form the front line of your sales operation, handling 50-70% of the sales work that your humans currently spend their day on, freeing your best people to focus on the considered relationship, high-value conversations that actually close the big deals. That is where AI stops being a vague technology discussion and starts becoming a better sales system. It has to be built properly. The reason AI creates such a strong competitive advantage is that it improves several commercial levers at once. Revenue can increase because more inquiries are captured and followed up. Profit can improve because the business becomes more efficient. Customer experience improves because people get faster answers, clearer next steps, and a more consistent experience. But this only works when AI is implemented properly. The opportunity is enormous. But so is the opportunity to waste time and money getting it wrong. If you put a generic chatbot on your website and expect it to fix your sales process, you will probably just waste your time and money. If the knowledge base is weak, the answers will be weak. If the sales process is not mapped, the AI will automate confusion. A proper AI sales agent needs strong foundations. It needs to understand your service's tone of voice, qualification criteria, handoff rules, common objections, CRM process, follow-up sequence, and it needs to be tested against real scenarios before it goes live. And it needs to be continually measured and improved once it's operating. The businesses that get this right will build something much more valuable than another software tool. They will build an AI layer that actually supports how their business sells, serves, and grows.